2MB. Yeah, that's right. We're operating at the Barrenjoey Lighthouse at Palm Beach, and nice day up here. It was very calm this morning and nice and warm, and it's now a little bit of a wind come up, but we've got our 40 and 80 metre antenna in the air, and I think we're working on the beam as well, so we should be 20, 15 and 10 once that's up in the air. So yeah, we're set up for today and tomorrow, and good opportunity to get out when there's a lot of activity on the band, and make a few contacts, talk to a few people, and good focus for obviously people like yourself can jump on as well, and you'll be able to talk to someone. Over.
Appreciation to Roger and Bruce in his absence for all the magnificent work you've done.
Thank you very much.
It's really appreciated, and all the volunteers will be very impressed and
it's a great outcome.
We're doing it in shifts. The guys coming up tonight, they're not sleeping. They're going to be on the radio. Lots of cups of tea and lots of radio. That's the plan.
And so you're all set up in the different rooms around?
Yeah, we've got another set up there. We've got a little radio to talk back to just around Sydney.
Yeah.
And also another radio for talking long distance as well from down there. They interfere with each other bits. That's why we move them apart. So it's got a bit of space between them. Yeah, all good fun. Thank you, you too.
VK5 Charlie Boston, VK2 Mike Bravo. Yeah, QSL to 037, thanks very much. Your number is 59090. We're operating from Barrenjoey Lighthouse up at Palm Beach, Sydney, over.
How many times have you gone up and down today?
Twice with heavy equipment. So anyway, that's all part of the fun.
This is Victor Kilo 2 Mike Bravo operating from Barrenjoey Lighthouse as part of Lighthouse Weekend, calling CQ.
VK2 GOR.
I got two stations there. I'll start with GOR. GOR.
VK2 and GOR. Golf Lima Radio.
Yeah, copy that. Golf Lima Radio. This is Victor Kilo 2 Mike Bravo. Operator name here is Carlo. Back to you.
VK2MB, Victor Kilo 2 Mike Bravo, calling CQ and standing by. I heard a Victor Kilo 2 Bravo Tango something in there.
I'm on to you.
Yeah, I think it was Tony there. VK2 Bravo Tango Charlie. This is Victor Kilo 2 Mike Bravo. Nice 5.9 signal for you there. We're operating from Barrenjoey Lighthouse in Sydney, Australia. Over.
We can drop to 7045.
Yeah, Roger. Okay, you've got that, Barrenjoey.
They've just repaired this. It's been broken for how many years? And it's all just been fixed.
Just after the Second World War.
Yeah. So you're very, very lucky.
Yeah.
Very good.
4 to 1. We switched it on. They were used just after the war to communicate with the ships locally, all around. And it's just strictly a marine transceiver. It's not like a broadcast radio that we can sit and listen to all the radio stations. So it's just strictly for marine work. And of course it's all outdated now, but it was a real icon. It was sitting here for a long time, And I belong to Manly-Warringah Radio Society. We're amateur radio operators. We all have licenses, and we broadcast around the world. And we turned around and looked at this thing. We said to the chap that was here in charge, said, well, would you like us to take it back to our radio room and up there at Terry Hills? And we'll work on it, maybe try and get it going. So it was quite an exciting venture. Tedious. And, you know, like, we never thought we could get it going, but there was another gentleman that helped me with it, and his name was Bruce Boardman, and he's since moved, just recently, he moved up to Toowoomba, so I miss him not being here to share the great moment, okay? But he helped do the...
We'll be in Toowoomba.
Will you?
Yes, on the 27th of August.
Terrific. I'll get you his... Yeah.
We'd love to. We can take a video.
Because, it was, there was quite a few faults and things that went wrong with it. I did a big chunk of it, and then I couldn't... Bruce said, well, leave it to me, I'll take it home. And he worked on it because he had all specified test equipment to get it going. I don't want to go on too much detail with it because it might put you all asleep. So the power supply then was my next project, and the power supply is, ironically, was like winning the lottery, because I purchased it in Victoria and Vancouver Island for $5. I took it home and I was so excited, and not being a hoarder, a professional collector.
What year did you buy it, Roger?
I bought it in I worked it out pretty well. It works out to be about 1985 or 86, somewhere around there, okay? And so I hung on to the power supply, but the trouble is it was 110 volts, and left it, put it to one side. I thought, this is going to be handy one day. I mean, Victoria and Vancouver Island, 8,000 miles away from here. And little did I know that one day it was going to be a star. Because what happened, I stripped most of it, because being 110, 240 volts down here, I said, okay, with me moving everything down here, I thought I might as well have it in preparation for if I ever use it for 240 volt use here. Okay, goes into a cardboard box over in Vancouver Island. May the 4th, 1989. Got that. 24 and a half years later. It got removed from the cardboard box. I put the date on it every time I removed it, and I thought, I'm going to get rid of this. I put it back, I put the date. That's how crazy it is. So, I hung on and hung on to it and hung on to it. And then Bruce, you know, when he finally got the transceiver going up at the radio club, said to me, Roger, now your job is, we need a power supply for it. And of course all this kind of valve equipment is automatic to me. It's like with you young guys with all this digital equipment and everything like that, you know, and adults now. You know, I'm not too much into the real digital age, but anyway, the valve equipment's second nature to me. I spent hours and hours and hours and had a lot of fun with valve equipment. So Bruce said to me, he said, well, can you fix up something? So I said to him, look, I got this power supply case. I'll bring it up to the radio club at the meeting. Brought it up, put it on the bench. In the meantime, Bruce works very, very quickly. He got onto a special, he's very, very special in getting information from historic pieces of equipment. He's an expert at it, absolute expert. I don't know anybody I've ever known. I don't know how he does it, but he's got contacts all over the place. And he was able to get a picture of the power supply that belonged to that transceiver. So he called out to me, he said, Roger, he said, here, have a look at this. So he had a big picture, A4 size, and it was exactly the same colour, same case, everything. If you happen to just go past there, you can look on the back there and you'll see it's just a little bit different where the leads plug into it, but it was exactly the same, and we just stood there with astonishment. How can this be the exact, 24 and a half years later? Can you believe it? In a cardboard box. The cardboard box is in good shape.
And you could find it, which is... and you could find it again, because if we kept things for 24 years, we'd never...
That's what my wife said. She said, don't you ever say you've lost anything. She said, if you found there, you'll find anything. So, yeah, I knew where it was, and so, and the rest is history, as I say. I put it all together, I put the power supply, and we knew the 17th of August was Lighthouse Day, so I really worked hard on trying to get it finished. And then Bruce came up to me and said, oh, I'm moving up to Queensland. So he said, you better bring that power supply up very, very quickly, because he said, I won't be here next week, I'll be moving up. So that made me really, really rush, so I got it finished and we took it up there, we switched it on up there at the Radio Club, so really happy. It took a few minor adjustments, but very, very happy the way it turned out. So now it'll rest in peace here at the Lighthouse, and very happy to have you all listen to this. Some people probably couldn't care less, but it's history. It's part of Barrenjoey Lighthouse, because that transceiver, as John, is it John, isn't it?
Yeah, John.
Yeah, he said it's been just here for a long, long time. So it was used here after the war. So,
so is it hard to find the valves?
The valves, that's an interesting question. Very, very nice of you to ask an interesting question. Roger has a great collection of valves. Okay? And I was able to go, ironically, I had the box mixed up with valves, like all jumbled around. Yeah. And it was about 3 or 4 months prior to this, you wouldn't believe it, that I decided, I thought, gee, I should really sort these valves out. So I went straight to the box for the valves, the type of valves that were used in there. So I just got them out, and I was thrilled to bits, because I had about 4 or 5 of them. So I was able, and I was trying to get the 2 of them to make them look exactly the same, And they were the original, like the type that we used in that. So another chap, he helped me download the circuit from the internet of the type of power supply that was used. So I don't want to ramble on. I'm sorry if I'm rambling. But together, I just built a simple power supply. But when you have something that's on all the time, you've got to readjust it. The voltages all had to be correct. That wasn't easy. I had to go back into the cupboard, and I had to get different pieces of equipment all the time, different parts to match up. Because you've got to keep in mind, this is not the original power transformer, and we're not using the unit as a transmitter. It's been disconnected. Because I don't want all the ships colliding. No, right. Thank you all. I just
thank you.